Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we get started on today's very short message, very short lesson, you may notice, those of you who are regular viewers, that I am not sitting in the garage where most of the music happens around my house. Now I'm out on the front porch today. The reason why is I'm house sitting my girlfriend's two dogs, and they're kind of loud. They'll bark at anything. Wind blows, a leaf flutters down from the tree, they'll bark at that. And those of you who are regular students of mine know that they can be kind of loud and interrupt the lesson, so I thought I'd sneak out to the front porch. I don't think they know I'm out here. And we'll try to get through this quickie. Now, this is about something that happened to me. I feel strongly about telling you and talking about this. Two nights ago, not 2 years ago, 2 months or 2 weeks ago, but just 2 nights ago, happened to me. Recent history. As the world opens up again after COVID, gigs are starting up again. And I had one for the year before COVID in an Italian restaurant, very nice place in El Cajon called Testo Pepesto. Played there on the weekends. And basically when you're doing a dinner music gig, your musical wallpaper, you're very quiet, you're sitting in the background. So we played, just your basic light jazz standards, keyboard player, guitar player, and myself. Well, we haven't played together in a year and a half. We got together 2 nights ago, chopped down a nice couple of hours, and I had forgotten just exactly how accomplished the piano player is. In other words, he has a super fast right hand. Almost every one of his solos is sounds like 30-second notes. I'm sure there's 16th notes, but he plays real fast, full, furious, and very accomplished. And of course, my approach is not quite like that. I don't play a lot of 16th or 30-second note solos. I keep it to the 8s and the trips, and there I am thinking, here's my ego now talking. My ego starts to talk, and it says, you need to play as fast as that guy. I mean, you need to, in front of all this audience here, you need to be playing as fast as that guy, right? How many of you have done that, have felt like that in the past? Those of you who actually get out and gig a little bit, how many of you actually thought you needed to match the other soloist in tempo, speed, direction, style, whatever, and then completely forgot to play your own solo? Well, that's what this lesson is all about. Play your own solo, right? So what happens when you start thinking, you start comparing yourself to the other soloist and thinking, well, I'm not as good as, well, who's doing the talking now? Well, that's your ego. That's that little voice of your ego. It sits on this shoulder or this shoulder. I forgot which. But anyway, it sits there and it chatters away and it tells you, oh, you can't play as fast, so you're not as good. That's not the truth at all. That's not even close to being the truth. It's not reality. But still, so you end up trying to do that or losing track. And the first thing that happens is actually the worst thing, because we stop using our ears. We're no longer listening to the music, and we're no longer communicating with each other as musicians. Music being a nonverbal language, it is so important that we communicate. And one of the ways we do that is by playing our own solo. And one of the ways we launch into our own solo is by listening, right? Maybe to the tonality or the notes or the statement or the melody, anything other than just that little ego voice saying, you need to pick it up here, Bubbo. You need to be playing those really lightning fast 30-second notes too, because the audience, they think you're not as good. That's not true at all. It's all in your head. That's the problem with assumptions. Assumptions, when we make them, we believe they're the truth and they're not. So the moral of this story, I'll cut you all loose here quickly and early today, is to play your own solo. No matter what happens, stand your ground, think about what you're working on, think about what you want to say, and then say it, for better or for worse, okay? Any of you are so inclined, please hit that love button. I just love it when you hit the love button. And if you got anything out of this message and you'd like to subscribe for future little mini masterclasses like this, please do so. Any questions at any time, davegoodsax@gmail.com. All lowercase, davegoodsax@gmail.com. You can also inquire about lessons. I teach privately here in the SoCal area. I teach in person, and I also teach online. I have students all over the country, including, in fact, Paris. I've got a student in Paris. I'm not bragging, no. They just happen to move there. So anyway, hope this helped you out. Play your own solo. I'll see you again next time here. on Dave's front porch. All right. Have a great one. Bye-bye.